Okay, so as I have not recorded any videos again, I think you need to own explanation for why I did that. There is no explanation. I mean, just a simple fact is that I don't know. Mm, I don't have a proper answer for that. Maybe, I mean, all these 4 days I actually went to Hyderabad and I came back because I had some work to do. So I was busy with that. I still should record, but excuses again. And as you can see, how growing one pimple over here, acne again coming back. Whenever I eat something which I'm not supposed to, which is usually like junk food or any normal like simple carbs, I get acne. Which I mean, I guess people will say no, it's because of the heat and everything. I can cover it with my mustache if I want to. There are the two over here, one and two, but the good part of beard and why I'm growing it now is it covers my acne really well. I have one here, but it's gone now. But majority of the times, beard is just covering my acne up. I usually have acne over here. This is the main spot, and in the chin area too. So yeah, it's affecting me. Yeah, so the real the reason for that is that I didn't record any videos because of this reason. But yeah, another thing is the fact that my mind has changed a bit. Now let me tell you what that means. So basically, what I'm following is a diet, meat-based, animal-based diet, right? Where it basically means I'm eating as much meat, red meat as possible, with fruits and with, if possible, any vegetables too, like potatoes or anything. And the majority of my diet will be this, and any other natural things. I'll eat it. That was what I was planning on doing, right? So the thing is, in India, okay, it's good. It is kind of good. Uh, Good as in, I mean, the one thing, the only red meat source is like keema, right? Mutton, which means goat. You don't have any other animal. You can't eat beef in India. You can't eat any other, no one eats any other animal in India except for chicken. Even like mutton, even goat is like secluded, present in secluded parts of the city, somewhere in the corners. It's not mainstream. People are becoming more vegetarian and everything. So I realized at one point it's going to be difficult for me to have a good diet here, which brought me to another realization, which is that in general there is not a lot of access for good food. Like when I went outside, for example, I went to Hyderabad. Most of the food I had to eat as an option because of not home, because I couldn't eat home cooked food. Home cooked food was biryani first of all. Tastes good, but I don't want acne. I don't care about the taste of food. For me, I'm a person who never really had attachments with any food. I thought I had one, and then I instantly like got rid of it. For example, ice cream. I thought I liked ice cream a lot, and I won't get rid of ice cream at all. And as soon as I was like, okay, dairy will get rid of acne, I just cut ice cream for 4 months completely. 4 months I didn't eat any ice cream at all. And that's not the weird part. The weird part is I didn't feel any temptation to eat it. Like after 1 week, it's gone. So I am a person who's not attached to foods at all. So for me, eating, I mean, losing, oh, I'm not able to eat biryani or not able to eat any other food is not something that personally affects me. Never been through that. I can happily cut out every single food I like ever. And the point is, people think, oh, why are you being so hard on yourself? I won't even feel anything. I wouldn't even feel bad for doing that. So I don't think there is any point doing that. So biryani is the one thing, and any other food is not there. It's basically vegetarian, rice and everything. Which for me, no. Uh, after I started this diet, this feels really good. Okay, the one thing I'll tell you is, whenever I eat this, my stomach feels really good. My body in general feels really good. whenever I eat like what anything else like rice or any other curries and everything with lots of things added and everything, it's like my stomach feels heavy. People say like, okay, because of eggs you can't digest it properly. Actually, eggs are digesting pretty well. Meat is also digesting even better than that. My diet is really good. I enjoy it a lot. One thing is my stomach completely like no problems when I eat this thing. In fact, it's not like I'm getting problems now because of the rice. It's just revealing the fact that I used to live with these problems before. So what I'm trying to say is when I used to eat the normal diet, I used to be on a lower level, which I got used to since I was doing it since birth. And the moment I elevated to my status here, now when I come back here, I can feel the difference. Like I used to be here all the time, but now I can't be here in the same place anymore. I like this place. So the diet part, if you go outside, you can't eat any good food. There is no like healthy food in India at all. Accessible, at least easily accessible food is not available. You got me the realization. That is the one main concern I have. Like, what will you do when I mean in Delhi, everyone's almost vegetarian. That is the reason why mutton's so cheap there because everyone's a vegetarian there. And the goats that do come are really like thin. The meat is not even there. They literally put knives in between their like toes and then like start cutting the meat like papers. That's how the keema comes. So I realized that at some point, first of all, the meat will become a difficult part. Another thing is that led me to a realization is that is, I mean, even the rest of them are small. The diet part is one big thing. Even the atmosphere and everything is not that good in general. Air quality is also not that good and everything. So I realized, I mean, till now, what I thought was being in India is not a bad thing because like why be in US and everything. But the more and more I look into it, the more I realize that yeah, maybe in US the culture may be different and everything, but that can be dealt with if you can deal with that. You can't deal with the environment and the food and everything, right? Those are basic necessities that is determined by the majority population that stay in that particular area. So in that area, if for example in an area everyone's vegetarian, you can't eat meat in that area even if you want to. But if in an area everyone's like what do you say like if everyone has one kind of like mindset of what do you say political mindset or something, you can deal with that because it won't affect your daily life. You can eat meat, you can do what you want. Okay, you have a different political mindset compared to the rest of the people, it won't matter as much. I mean, it will still matter, but not as much. Whereas if everyone eats if everyone eats a certain way, you can't counteract that because if there's not a demand for the particular thing that you want, there won't be a supply either. So that is the one reason where I realized that the first thing I realized is not the first fact that staying in India might not be a good thing. Which led me to the second one. So where should I go now? Obviously, you're coming to the answer which is US, but let's go it step by step. Next thing is okay, I can't be in India because in the long term it won't help in general. Which means that it's not like I will stay in US for in foreign for some time and come back. No, I can't stay in this country. If I want better facilities, better quality of life, you can't be in India. First things first. Which country? Now I could go to some other country like UK or what else? Australia. Those are the only ones. What else? Switzerland. Switzerland a country? I don't know. So, but one thing is, in US there are a lot of people who are my relatives. I know a lot of them. I mean, majority of my relatives are in US, and it's also a very developed country. Now, what about the people? Me personally, I think the people over there are not the most ideal. I mean, there are good people too. There are good and bad people everywhere. But in general, they're soft. In US, most of the people I have seen are really soft. But we can deal with that. There's no problem with soft people. Like, okay, I'll let them be. The one thing is that if I go there, I'll have relatives with me who can help me out whenever. I mean, you don't want to go to a place where no one's there. Like, right? If you want to go anywhere, you can go to a place which is developed. The country is developed. The air quality is good, as far as I know. The one thing is I'll look into it. Okay, it's not a final. It's mostly I feel like it, but I'll still look into it before I plan it. I think the air quality is really good. I don't know. I haven't searched it, but as far as I have, sometimes it is good. And also, the food quality is really good. And the one thing is red meat. The one place where the red meat I think is the most consumed is US. I don't know, but as much as I have seen, that is what I've come to conclude. Who knows? So yeah, so red meat is pretty common in that place, to the point where like if you want just shoulder of a beef, you'll get shoulder of a beef. If you want like the what do you say, lower back, you'll get the lower back piece. Like the cell pieces, the demand is so high that the supply is also there, so you can get readily available red meat anytime. And thick meat, not like these thin paper meat. So I can actually make steaks, and it's beef, not mutton, keema. I know. I'm a Hindu. I'm supposed to not eat beef, but unfortunately, I'm the kind of man who will sacrifice anything if I want to do something. Okay, it's not like I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink cool drinks. I don't do any bad stuff. Bad stuff. But if there is something that will help me, I don't care what it takes to do that. No one can convince me otherwise. If I want to do something, and that is a good thing, that will benefit me, and I won't stop. No matter what happens, no matter who says it, no matter how someone says it. Until unless they provide a good counter argument as to why whatever it is that I'm doing is wrong. You can't sit there and be like, don't do it. Then I won't listen to that. If you say, okay, the reason is because of this, then I'll be okay, I'll consider that. That's how I came to the conclusion to go to foreign, even though every single person for the dawn of time has been telling me to go to US. Go to US, go to US, go to US. Is the one thing that every single person, my relatives, my family, my friends, everyone has been telling me to do the same thing, except for me. Because saying just go there, in my opinion, would not be a wise way to think about it. In my view, look at it, it didn't seem right. Yeah, I should have also told them why I don't want to go and everything, but now at this point we can't do anything. In general, when I came to the conclusion, okay, this will help me like this. I actually want to stay in US itself. It will be a better country for me. I instantly was like, okay, go, or at least had the thought of going. Similarly, for anything, for eating meat or anything, there is a counter argument that will say, yeah, actually, if I don't eat it, it's better. Then I'll consider that. But the thing is, people look at this and be like, okay, that means this is the reason, this is the reason. I have looked at everything before doing this thing. I have looked into it for 4 months before starting this diet. And now I have been following this for another 3 months. No, not 3 months, 2.5 months. So I have seen all the counter arguments for this one. Basically what I'm trying to say is, in US I can get red meat much more easily. In US it'll actually be even more easy because they also have grills, right? So grills plus steak, you can just eat morning one steak, afternoon one steak, evening one steak. Or maybe you can eat morning steak, afternoon steak and evening eggs. Or you can like eat steak and eggs, and you can eat fruits too, you can eat vegetables too. The diet is accessible, even though majority of what they eat is bread, but you don't have to eat that. If you don't want to eat that, if you want to eat like bison meat, okay, if you eat no beef, then what about bison meat? You can eat bison, right? So like any meat is available, and when it comes to the diet too, I can follow it much more easily because grill, right? You can just grill it, this side, that side, sear that, eat it, like salt it, sear it with butter, and then eat it. So in that way, if you look at it, first things first, that's what I was thinking. Because I mean, for the past these few days, that's the thought that has been running in my mind. Like, what will you do when you keep getting older in India? Like, if you stay in India, that is what I wanted. That's like, this diet will be a bit of a problem. uh, that is the first like red flag. Because uh, even if I don't follow this diet, the food quality here is not that good. The more aware I'm becoming about, what do you say, healthy food, like, which means if you want to follow a diet, forget about carnivore diet and everything, forget about eating meat and everything. If you just want to follow a diet is basically something that will make you more healthier through food, right? Even in that scenario, in India, it doesn't really like pan out as good at all. Like, the quality of food in general is not that good at all. It's not good. Rice is the one thing which people eat, and rice has not a lot of nutritional value at all. I know it sounds super and everything, but if you look at it, because I have been trying to do it, I was trying to find anything which I can eat. When I was coming back from Hyderabad to Vizag, now I'm in Vizag again. I had a train during night time. I didn't eat anything during the night time because there's nothing to buy. When I want to buy something, just biryani and KFC and all this stupid stuff. I didn't eat anything because I was like, how many more pimples do I want on my face? Zero. I don't want any. Okay. The first thing is, it fucks up my health a lot whenever I eat any kind of junk food. Prolonged, that will done. I am done. If I eat prolonged, I would rather fast for 7 days than eat junk for 7 days. I would rather not eat any food at all for those 7 days. I won't eat any food. It's no problem with that. Than do this. And I know that in US is one of the biggest like culprits of junk food. Is what you would think. But the point is, US has the biggest superset of food options that you can have, which means that it is one of the highest when it comes to junk food consumption. And if you want the healthiest food, you can find it there. In India, is a subset of US. Like, there is a subset of junk food, and when it comes to healthy food, which you think is healthy, but they're not. Simply from a dietary perspective, if you look at it, you can't find. Tell me few healthy foods which are present in India. Don't talk about Ayurveda, because Ayurveda is not real. Sorry to say this. Maybe I sound like an arrogant person, but that's not real. That's just some stupid marketing. I would rather believe in actual doctor medicine than Ayurveda. Okay, I hate doctors, and I would rather believe doctors than Ayurvedic people. Okay, at least doctors, like, they do medical scientific research and everything. No, so Ayurveda, forget about that. Any other like natural, I'll heal you through Ayurveda, Indian medicine. No. So that's out of the table. You remove most of these things, you will realize that in India, most of the healthy foods are just a scam. Like, the healthy things that, oh, Indian healthy thing, Indian thing, Indian. It's not that good. It's not actually that healthy. They just scammed you. They just scammed us. Saying like, okay, this is a healthy thing. These American people, they're all like so unhealthy. Look at us, we are so much more healthy. No, yeah, that's correct. Like, American people are unhealthy, but they have the choice and they're not doing it. We don't even have options in this country. And what is the solution is what is it? Oh, just do Ayurveda, just do this, just do that, just become vegetarian and everything. The options they're giving us, not that good. If you like remove all these Ayurveda and everything, if you look at it, if you look at the table, the only thing you'll have left is like keema, eggs, potato, fruits. That's it. Yeah, rest vegetables are also there, but they're not that nutritious. They might have few nutrients here and there. Check it out if you want to. If anyone thinks, oh, that's wrong, that's not actually no vegetables are real, check it. Check out the nutritional labels, the actual ones. Don't. And the one thing is, whenever research, pro tip I'm going to tell you, so that you don't make the same mistake. Don't directly just like Google it and pick up the first article. Look at a few more, because most of the times, similar to Ayurveda, a lot of people want to push a certain thing, and that influences the information. Yeah, you could say what I am seeing is also pushed and influenced. That's the point. You can't tell by looking at something once that is correct. You have to look at every possible thing that could contradict that particular thing. For example, if what I'm saying is carnivore, I have to look at articles that are disproving why carnivore is wrong, and look at their reasons, and look at the hundreds of them. Look at hundreds of why it's good, why it's bad, what is the point, what is the reason for doing that diet. Like, you have to look at it from all angles. Don't just search, is this good? If you search, is vegetarian good for health, there will be 1,000 articles that say it's good. Okay. If you want to search, is meat bad for your health, there will be 1,000 articles for that. If you search, is meat good for you, there will be 1,000 articles for that. So the point is not to search for what you like to search. The point is to search for what you want to do. What is your goal, and how do you get to that? That is just the knowledge you have to figure out. See, I got this body because I was good at searching. I was able to search properly on how to do exercises and everything. I built this body because of YouTube. Okay, not because of YouTube. It helped me, but I did because of my knowledge searching skills. So search properly, okay, when it comes to diet. Don't show me some article saying, oh, this is not show me. Like, people watching this video, I don't think they'll show me. Although, yeah, I think they will, because most people watching are my relatives. But don't look at articles directly. I have looked at it more than most of you, because I've been looking at it for 4 months before starting it. Okay, forget about all of that. So basically, for this reason, what I think is, whenever you try to eat healthy in India, it won't happen. It will be really difficult. So, what is the one solution is the fact that go to US, right? If you go there, if you live there, I should go there. If I go there, my diet will be good. First of all, it'll be really easy. Like, one of the easiest things. I have grills there, cast iron pan if you want to, and then just buy meat. In my fridge, all I can put is meat, like meat steaks. I'll buy it in stock. I'll put it in the refrigerator, take it out, steak, eat it. Sounds good to me. Okay, but what about if I go outside and I have to eat somewhere? There's a steak everywhere. In a restaurant, if you go, you can eat steak, right? That's simple. There's no need to go to healthy restaurants or anything. Just go to a restaurant, eat a steak, done. Go to a restaurant, eat a steak, done. The day they stop selling steaks or this red meat is the day I can't stay in US. But I don't think that day is coming at all. So diet is fixed. If you want eggs, they'll sell you eggs too. Fruits are also there. Fruits are everywhere. So fruits, no problem. Like in India and US, it doesn't matter. Vegetables too are everywhere. The one thing is red meat. So yeah. And the next thing is air quality too. Now, remember when I said I couldn't breathe properly? Now wait, before you make any conclusions, when I was in 6th grade, sixth, 7th grade, I had asthma when I was in Delhi because of the pollution in Delhi. Now, how much of it is because of the weather and how much of it is because of me not trying to fix that thing by myself, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's really because of the pollution, or maybe it's because of my breathing style, of me like hunched over and doing it. Now I have cold actually, but I can breathe properly when I like do it properly. There's some people think they can't breathe properly, like I did in the previous video, but it's just I didn't breathe properly. Like, first of all, don't hunch like this. Just breathe it properly, then you'll know how to breathe properly. But I can't neglect the fact that I could have that as the reason for why I can't breathe properly. And what if that is the case? Air quality is good in US. What can I do now? Like, my breathing is not that good, right? Let's assume for a second, which I don't like to do that. I like to take responsibility and accountability for my everything that happens to me. But let's say, okay, I didn't do it. I mean, it's not my fault, it's the weather's fault. What is the solution for that? We can't keep inhale. I had inhaler, I used to have one. I don't like that. I don't want to do it. How long will I keep doing it? Like, oh, it looks so dumb. Imagine like doing some work and everything in office and like you're talking to someone and yeah, hi, and just a second. That looks and feels, and if you look at it, it is stupid. Okay. And how long will I continue to do it? As long as I'm in India? No, right? Because if I plan on staying in a country, I'll plan on staying there forever. So, US has a pretty good pollution, I mean, pretty low pollution rate. The country is kind of air clean air, pollution free, whatever it is. Like, there's not a lot of pollution in Delhi, US, right? Another thing, when it comes to environment, there are only like, I think like four things, right? Food, water, air, and sunlight, and weather. Now weather is something. Okay, in US it's more cold. Most of the times it's snowing and everything. Okay. Diet, as I told you, it's better. Weather, as I told you, the air is more cleaner. Even water is cleaner, as to what I know. But water, in my opinion, doesn't matter in India and in US. It doesn't matter because as long as you have a RO filter, your water will be clean. And in US, women who are taking birth control, that pills, that's getting mixed up in the water too. So that's another problem. It is happening. So in US, when it comes to water, you shouldn't drink tap water. Is what I looked into it. Don't is what I've seen as much is that don't drink tap water because tap water is not good for you. So in that case, I guess India is better, but that is because we have an RO filter. If you buy an RO filter there, so it's irrelevant. In both the cases, both of the waters are not that good. So RO filter will help it, right? So diet, weather, and water is fixed. Now what else? Like weather. I mean, the climate, the sun and everything is also clean. Because if the weather is clean, then the climate will be clean. The weather is dirty, the climate will be dirty. So yeah, because of this reason, I'm thinking of it is better to stay in a foreign country. Now, am I a nationalistic guy who is really, really proud to be an Indian? No, 100% I'm not. The only reason I wanted to stay in India was because what is the point of going to US? Like, I didn't see any plus points to go into US. That is the only reason. Not because I'm a true Indian or anything. For me, I seriously don't care about any of that. What benefits me is what is going to be happening. So if I can eat red meat, I'll go to that country. Just purely for that reason too. Even if it's purely for that reason, there is a goal that I want, and I can get it by going to a particular place. I'll go to that place. If it says okay, you have to stay there, I'll stay there for the rest of my life. So if you look at it that way, I have come to the realization, I guess, in the past 3 days. I've been thinking about. Even before that, it's been running in the back of my head, like kind of constantly. Like, okay, yeah, this is correct, right? Because the more and more I think about it, the more and more India doesn't sound. I'm not saying US sounds tempting. I'm saying India doesn't sound so good to stay in. And the only logical option I have is US because my relatives are there, and it's one of the most like what do you say, clean countries. You have more opportunities. Basically, if you want to summarize it, there are two reasons why people can want to go to US. First is for employment opportunities, you can earn more, and second is for lifestyle. For me, the lifestyle and the health aspect. In US, it is much more easier to be healthy. It's not like if you go to US, you'll be more healthy. No, no. Being healthy or not depends on you at the end. But if you go to US, being healthy becoming much more easier for you. The environment makes it easy for you to be more healthy, to be capable of being more healthy. At the end, it's your work too, but you can be more healthy more easily. It makes it easy for you. In India, being healthy is a bit tough for you to do, which is why I want to be as healthy as possible. For me, the one goal is by 25, I want to be really, really healthy. I want to earn lots of money too, but one of the big things is I want to be as healthy as possible by 25, which means that perfect when it comes to physical and body health too, hair and everything. And health and beauty are tightly correlated. So be as healthy as possible, and not just for till 25. For the rest of my life, I want to be as healthy as possible. And when I say this thing, a lot of people might not understand like how deep this thing goes. When people think healthy, like okay, eat vegetables and like walk every day. No, no. When I'm thinking about healthy, I'm thinking about like really deep, as like people wouldn't even know like these things would affect your health, kind of healthy. So that's what I want to be. I want to be as healthy. I'm an athlete. Okay. The reason I don't drink, I smoke and all these, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, I don't drink cool drinks and anything. The reason is because I'm an athlete. I am fully functioning high level athlete who wants to be as healthy as possible at the peak of health. I want to be a fully functioning, efficiently functioning human as much as possible. I want my body and my brain to work as efficiently as possible. So, whatever helps me achieve that goal will be the thing I'm doing. If something helps me be more healthy, I will 100% do it. So, long rambling. Basically, what I'm saying is, we'll see. I just wrote GRE mock test today. I scored 294. 294. Now, I thought I'd score more than that, but I didn't write it with that's an excuse, no. It's a first mock test. I didn't really put a lot of attention, but still, that's an excuse. And another thing is, there's a literature part too. We get score for that too. But since it's a literature thing and it's a mock test, so I didn't get any score for that. But still, a lot of improvement to be made. First improvement is the fact that I have to improve my English, because the math I wrote was pretty easy, kind of easy. The mistakes I did make was silly mistakes. I couldn't improve that easily. I just had to focus on the English because fuck me, the first time when I actually had to use my brain for the English part of an exam. Throughout my 21 years of life, have I never thought about an English thing. I just like, when it comes to English, I finish it as quickly as possible, but it's done. This is the first time I actually had to use my brain, more than 50% of my brain, in order to solve these things. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll try to improve my GRE score and everything. Then I'll write the exam, and then I'll stop. I'm thinking mostly like, because yeah, I explained the reasons why. So I'll mostly will be going to US, maybe, hopefully, mostly. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. From now on, I'll record. I'll upload post this by 5 o'clock. No, 6 o'clock. I'll go to the gym now. Today morning when I came back, the first thing I did was first ask my cousins about this thing, and then I immediately wrote a GRE mock test. See, I'm the kind of person, if I don't want to do something, I won't do it even if others tell me to, because people have been telling me to write a mock test since for a long time, for months. I was like, okay, I'll write it. The moment I was like, I woke up, yeah, I had to go there. I stood up. Even my aunt was like, okay, you write an exam, you write a mock test tomorrow because you just came back from Hyderabad today, right? You'll be tired. I was like, just because she said that, I'll write it now. Just because like that mindset of, oh, I'm tired right now, I'll write it tomorrow. I'll write it now. I sat down and dragged myself. I put the laptop. I opened up GRE mock test, whatever came first. I opened it. 2 hours. I wrote the exam. So yeah, I read. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Hopefully, I can go there and eat my first steak ever. Who knows? At the end. And another thing is, I'll still look into it. I don't like taking blind decisions. I'll still look into it, and if everything looks right, then we'll see. People will say, Ashish, what happened all this time? You didn't say you'll go to US. Or what happened? I mean, yeah, it's my fault. I can't say, oh, I don't care about that. It's my fault because I have been saying that, and now I'm changing it. But that doesn't mean I won't. That doesn't mean I will change it because I'm afraid of what people will think. But I'm saying it's okay if you think that way, because that is correct. I'm the one who's shifting my decision like that. So obviously you can think that way. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm sweating already. Bye.